In the summer of 1518, a woman stepped into a Strasbourg street and began dancing. She simply would not stop.
Her name was reportedly Frau Troffea, and what began as one strange dance soon became something far more terrifying. She moved for hours beneath the summer sun, stumbling from exhaustion, then rising again as frightened neighbors watched. By the next day, she was still dancing. Within days, others had joined her with the same desperate intensity. This was no festival. There was no celebration or music at first, only bodies moving as if control had vanished. Strasbourg was already suffering. Hunger, disease, failed harvests, and crushing poverty had left many residents exhausted and afraid.
So when the dancing spread, people did not see entertainment. They saw something unnatural, perhaps even supernatural. City officials searched for answers, and local medical experts offered a confident diagnosis. The dancers had overheated blood.
The proposed cure was extraordinary. Instead of stopping them, authorities believed the victims should dance the illness away. A stage was reportedly built. Musicians were hired. Professional dancers were brought in to keep the afflicted moving. It may have sounded logical in 1518. In reality, it was like trying to extinguish fire with oil. The dancing continued, and the crowd grew. Contemporary accounts suggest dozens, and perhaps eventually hundreds, became caught in the frenzy. People staggered through the streets for hours, collapsing from exhaustion, before struggling up and beginning to move again. Later stories claimed some dancers died from exhaustion or medical collapse, although the true death toll remains uncertain. What is clear is that Strasbourg's leaders eventually realized their cure was failing. The musicians were dismissed. Public dancing was restricted, and the afflicted were moved away from crowds that might encourage the strange behavior. Some were reportedly taken to a shrine dedicated to Saint Vitus, then associated with healing and involuntary dancing. There, rituals were performed, prayers offered, and the sufferers received blessed objects as people desperately searched for relief. Then, almost as strangely as it began, the outbreak faded. By September, Strasbourg streets were largely quiet again. But what could make ordinary people dance for days against their will? 5 centuries later, no answer is certain. One famous theory blamed ergot, a fungus that can contaminate rye and cause hallucinations, spasms, and severe illness. But ergot poisoning normally causes painful convulsions, not coordinated dancing spreading through a community for days or weeks. Many historians, therefore, favor another possibility: mass psychogenic illness, sometimes described as a collective response to overwhelming stress. Imagine years of famine, disease, religious fear, and poverty, with almost no understanding of psychological or neurological illness. In that environment, one person's strange behavior could become a powerful suggestion, especially when supernatural punishment seemed believable. Belief mattered. Many Europeans feared curses linked to Saint Vitus and thought saints could force sinners to dance. If people truly believed such punishment was possible,
fear itself may have helped transform individual symptoms into a social phenomenon.
Instead of breaking the pattern, officials may have created the perfect stage for panic, imitation, expectation, and exhaustion.
Yet we cannot interview the dancers. Surviving records are incomplete, and later retellings may exaggerate the darkest details.
That uncertainty makes the dancing plague so disturbing. We know something extraordinary happened, but not exactly what people experienced.
Was it psychological stress, religious terror, illness, or several forces combining inside a desperate city at precisely the wrong moment?
For unforgettable weeks in 1518, an entire city watched dancing transform from an expression of joy into a nightmare. If you enjoyed uncovering this strange chapter of history, please click like and subscribe to the channel for more incredible true stories, dark history, and mysteries from the past. There are many more fascinating stories still to come, and I hope you'll join us for the next one.